Welcome back to another 10 days on the Block Boss theme today. Why is this so quiet? Okay, I have this set as high as I can get it. Dead Arcade. Okay, we have two Cavemen, Soul Spawn, and the Wiz. My settings just really off. Okay, let me... Okay, that sounds a bit better, I think. Yeah, audio's being weird. Anyways, welcome back to another 10 days on the Death Threat to Canada. Ugh. Or the only thing more inconsistent than our upload schedule is our quality of audio. So, yeah, I think I briefly mentioned at some point on this channel how if I uploaded twice every week to the end of the year, I would just barely get close to the 100 episode mark. And then I proceeded to, well, skip uploads twice. So yeah, not looking too great, I must admit. But who knows, maybe there'll be a week that I just upload every single day. Could happen. Might just record a bunch now for the heck of it. So things to talk about. Yeah, okay, here's one. So I had a video idea planned for the challenge run channel, but I scrapped it simply because I felt that it was inadequate for a challenge run. The footage for the run itself is only about an hour long from all the attempts I did at it. So that's why I just don't feel like it's really worthy of a run to be like put out in public. I might put it out here. Just trim it down a bit and then just show the full run. Actually, no, it's probably going to be something I just drop in without a care in the world for it. Because honestly, I think it's better to show just how absurdly lucky I got for said run to only take an hour to complete. So, yeah, look forward to that on a day where I really don't feel like uploading. Whenever that is. As for projects that I'll actually be working on for that channel, a West of Loathing themed one, because, quite honestly, I want to do something for the 5-year anniversary of that game coming out on Steam. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. So... yeah, I'm gonna be pretty busy. We're gonna part ways. I do not want the anime character. And non-useless junk shop, we're just gonna go to sleep. We're going to leave the game bronus behind. Going to trade. Heavy ordnance, shotgun shells, gnome. Okay, turret merchant, and then a random recruit. Food, gas, bullets. Man. Alright, that'll be fun. Enjoy that. Giver. Alright. What else can I speak about today? Tunnel go- oh. Hi. Okay. What else can I speak about? Not sure. There's only so much I can drone on to myself about, and all of my usual topics have just kind of been used up over the course of making all of these videos. So I'm not entirely sure what to talk about. And it's like, I could always dip into the world of just talking about my life. But I like to shy away from that because I don't want to really give too many details. Because, people on the internet can be weird. And, the lengths that some people will go to find out where someone is just based on the smallest pieces of information, it's frankly terrifying. So I try to shy away from speaking about where I exist as much as possible. But like as a result, just turns into me droning on about various topics that most people honestly would not know about, because it's like sort of a niche category thing that I'm going to be honest, doesn't really relate to Death Road to Canada. So I cannot help but to be stumped when it comes to things like this. Because I'm like, I try my best to make these videos at least somewhat engaging. You know, put on in the background at the very minimum just to listen to. But it's hard to just talk on and on if you don't have something you plan to talk about. And I'm not a good planner. And like, there can be, I can also like just dive into, let's talk about something that's intellectually stimulating. But, some people don't want that, of course. Because it's like, I came here to watch a video about a person slapping a bunch of zombies with a fire sword, not to get lectured about the intricacies of physics, or, I don't know, double integration in calculus or something like that. It's like, it's just something I just want to stay away from, because not many people would really want to hear that, just for long periods of time. Plus, I could always get stuff wrong, and then that'd be misinformation, and that's a whole thing that I really do not want to be contributing to when possible. That's why I always, that's why you cite your sources. Glimmer of Hope, morale and random skill gain. I don't know which caveman that was. Oh, the stone one, okay. Car breakdown, Wiz attempts to fix it. More creepypastas, we're just gonna go to sleep. Mysterious, we're going to decipher the message. And pistol and rifle ammo, and increase morale. As a risk, we could have lost morale there, but it wouldn't have hurt too bad. ABL, drive more. Factory rescue, sewer rescue, stash in the woods. Go factory rescue. Because it doesn't damage our car and we get a fair amount of gas. But, okay, actually, you know what? Without actually being stimulating to the brain, let's take a moment and appreciate the teachers that give real-world examples for where, like, mathematical equations would apply. Like, using trigonometries and, like, you know, like, angle measurements, calculating distance, like, that can be used on geometry too, but it can get a bit more complex whenever you go into the whole trigonometry aspect of it. To, like, make some shelves and make sure that you cut everything at the right angle, make sure that you measure everything out correctly for the most, like, structurally sound sort of thing. It's like, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and, like, having actual, like, applicable examples can help a lot with some students, because otherwise they might just not care about what they're getting taught, because at the end of the day, oh, it's just something they're teaching us in school, it'll have no impact on my life. It's like, it's a useful thing to know, sometimes. Like, not everyone would use it, but you might find a use for it. And that's the fun thing about it. And also, I got nothing else. I particularly like doing math problems just because the whole, like, it works like a puzzle. You know that there's going to be an answer, but you don't know what that answer is, and it's your job to find the solution. So, like, I remember, like, one time in geometry class, we were given this sheet of paper that had all these lines intersecting each other, and there was some notation on the paper to indicate some lines are parallel, or some lines intersect each other, forming 90-degree angles, and then you're given, like, one or two angle measurements besides that, and then you have to figure out all of these different angle measurements. So it's like you start at the bottom left of the paper with one angle measurement, and then somehow through all of that effort, you get an angle measurement on the opposite end. And I find that just really cool. How, like, with just the bare minimum, you can figure out so much just based on rules. And it's like, break that down, just convert it from just like math to just something generalized. Sudoku puzzles. Sudoku is really easy to learn, but it is terrifying what a master can do with it. There's just a lot of subtle rules that you can use to just rule things out, and then whenever you get to a point where it's like, okay, I can't rule something out, you basically go into this logic puzzle of if this, 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 then this, if this, then this, otherwise this, and eventually, like, down the rabbit hole, observing 20 squares at once, you finally figure out one, and then the entire thing just unravels from there. And like, there's just like that sort of thing in all different games, like Minesweeper. It's like there's certain rules to Minesweeper where it's like, you have three spaces all on one line, and all the numbers, it's like, how can I visualize this? Okay, I know I can visualize this. Okay, so this square, and this square have not been revealed. This square, and this square all have 1 on them. It's like, well then, by that ruling, this would have the mine, and then this one and this one would be clear. Or it's like, 1, 2, and 1, and then blank, 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 you know the mine's there, and the mine's there. And there's just all sorts of things like that. And it's just really cool. It's just those rules. Apologies, dog is barking. I think that's over. Yeah, I think it's just a lot of fun and just really interesting how just the most simplistic seeming of games can have like a lot of just inner workings to them. And it's like obviously for the Minesweeper, I did not use like some of the most complex examples because quite frankly I don't know them. I'm no expert in Minesweeper. It's like I know occasionally, like, I get videos popped up in my recommended feed on YouTube of, like, Sudoku puzzle with 1 number shown, and then you solve the entire thing from there, and it's like you're just given a couple of rules that are just, like, extra, and then you figure out the entire thing from just that 1 number and those rules. And I just find it so interesting. And yes, I know that's being a bit redundant by using the word interesting over and over, but bear with me. It's just really cool. So there you go, there's my whole tangent on that. Just gonna hit try to recruit and then leave Ollie behind. Rush hour. Police station or gun shop? Honestly, there's not much deviation in that. At least I got one direction to go. So in case if you've ever wondered why I just titled the video the number of days that we're at and how much it spans to, so like this time it'll be day 521 to 530 instead of just like some actual title like puzzling puzzles or just like talking about puzzles or just any kind of creative title. It's because that would actually require me to think of a title to write, and for the episodes where really I do not talk about anything, I won't have anything to work off of, and then making the titles would be difficult. At the end of the day, this is just kind of me rambling on about stuff while being somewhat informative of what an endless mode experience would be like. So it's like, alright, here's your thumbnail that has what is probably the most interesting moment of the video. There's probably a lot more, and there's a bunch of context leading up to it, my reaction, all that sort of jazz. But, yeah. I mean, like, the thumbnails are just for those who want to see something weird in this game. The videos are for those who want to be on the journey. Would I say that this journey is worth all the effort that I've put into it? I'm not entirely sure yet. Because had I done this all on my own, where I just like didn't upload a single video of this at all, I don't know, I feel like I would have been done months ago. Probably even last year. Because I'd sit down, I'd lose track of time, it'd be 100 days later, and then I'd just be sitting there and saying, well, here we are. But I think it's the fact that I'm specifically pacing myself to only do 10 days at a time. I think that's what makes this journey all the more worthwhile. Because I sit down, I play for an hour, and then it just kind of, like, sets in everything that I've done. It's like, I played for, like, 40 minutes to an hour. You know what, let's just, for the sake of, magnifying it, let's just say I've spent an hour on every episode. That's obviously not true. I've spent half an hour on some, I've spent 40 minutes on some, 50 minutes on some I've even gone up to 110. But you know what? For the sake of simplification, let's just say it's an hour for each. That would mean by the time that I finish making this episode, it'll be the 53rd episode, or therefore 53 hours. That would be 2 days and 5 hours worth of content. And by the end of it, it'd be about 4 days and 4 hours worth of content, I think. That's it. And it's just, it's a lot. And sometimes I sit down and think, wow, I've really been at this for this long, and just me just spewing whatever comes out of my mouth, it's like 53 hours of that. Which is kind of ridiculous. Because I know there's, like, other playthroughs of Endless Mode out on YouTube, but I don't think anyone's, like, done it the way that I'm doing it. It's like, I think one of the most viewed videos for Endless Mode is one that tackles everything from day 750 all the way to Canada. Which is just like, wow. Oh, I can check this right now. Repair shop, repair, I'm going to ignore the junk. Yeah, uh, oh, it's day 779 to Canada. And then you got Mexican Waffle, who actually, beat Endless Mode in a video. Great speedrunner for this game, by the way. Pay the 10 food. And then, yeah, it's just like more Endless Mode endings, or just like, Canada itself. And then yeah, it's basically mostly just my videos, I think. I do need to, like, put a quick filter on it, though. Preferably whenever I get through this horde. And not have people die. Anyways, I'd prefer if you didn't obliterate every single zombo I catch on fire. Alright. Let's apply a filter. Completed, Yep, it's mostly just me. Oh, that's funny. I know. I actually think I might be wrong on this, but I think, like, whenever the series is completed, if I make it to Canada, I'll be the first person with a fully documented Endless Mode run on YouTube. Which would be, quite the thing. Huh. I mean, like, I've only ever really just, like, glanced at this. But, I mean, wow. I mean, like, I guess Endless Mode's more of, like, a newer thing, but even then, it's just, like, there's not really much on it, which, I mean, fair enough. It's not too much different from the end of a marathon mode run, basically. Yeah, I mean, for as long as I can, I'm gonna just keep doing this. And then I'll never touch this game again. Because, oh boy, I feel like I would have had my Death Road to Canada fixing for a lifetime. Because, well, I mean, outside of modded, if I beat Endless Mode, I will have done, like, absolutely everything in the game, outside of just, like, taking, a bunch of rare characters without achievements in OPP mode, and then just beating the game with them. But at that point, it's just me taking them one at a time and then just, like, running uh, death, as always. 6 health, amazing weapon, never gets tired using it. I mean, yeah, come on. That's how I got a lot of my rare character Chivos. Just, what was the actual build I went with? I think I have this on a Steam guide. That seems right. Yeah. Is that really good? Alright, thanks, Random Jet. Um, I'm trying to remember. I think it was Death, Wiz, and then I think it's like Samedi. It's the person that can summon skeletons and basically has built-in Phoenix. And it's like one of the things that you can do is bring in a healing spray, intentionally have Samedi take hits, and every time they get hit, they produce a skeleton, and then you heal spray them, and then you can get more skeletons. It's always a fun little quirk that could just be used to your advantage. And I mean, Wiz is Wiz. I mean, come on. No contest. I think, like, if you were to ask every person who is really familiar with Death Road to Canada, like, where would you rank Wiz on a tier list, every single person would say either A or S, with the majority being S, because the Whizzle stick is just so powerful. I'm gonna slam on the brakes. Nope! Nope! We are not dealing with that! Yeah, that kind of bad. Is that really bad? Oh no. I need a location where I can loot gas. From more stuff from Fancy Factory. Fancy Factory. Ow? Just ow? That stung a lot. Like, you thought it would just be take half gas. No, drops you to 100. Wow, that is really brutal. And this is why you don't get carried away in endless mode. Because if you aren't prepared for something like this, oh no, can it be a terrible, terrible thing. Just an absolutely awful conundrum. Thankfully, one such as myself has measures in place for circumstances such as this. So as a result, we are going to be fine. It'll hurt a bit, because we have nowhere near as much gas as we did before. Which means that we will most definitely be in walking more than normal whenever we get done with this car, but other than that, we're fine. We're fine. We are fine. Ugh. Let's use this as a learning experience. Stick with your high loyalty characters, even if it means that they'll be tired. Which also, Sound Sleeper I have, so they wouldn't even get tired anyway, I don't think. So wow, I really botched that one now, didn't I? Or no, it'd be the lights, I don't know. So anyways, here's your learning experience. There's a misconception that whenever you open the safe, you will have all of these things in there, but you can only take one. The idea of things like this is that you get to choose what would have actually appeared in the safe when you opened it. So it's like, it's a Schrodinger's cat situation. So you have the box, there's the cat inside. You don't know if it is dead or alive until you open the box. It's like this, it's Schrodinger's safe. It could have a cowboy rifle and 30 ammo, it could have a submachine gun, it could have a box of 60 rifle ammo, or it could have a container of 80 gas. You won't know until you open the safe. Now let that be a learning experience for those who might have had that incorrect belief on how that worked. I am glad that I could correct the misconception, and now we will have a good day. Misplace keys. City in the rain. I got convenience mart. Something tells me this is going to be a longer episode. Special delivery. That's gonna damage her car. I knew you could enter that. Just from the moment I saw that, I was like, well, yeah, this is going to be a thing. You want to hear the funny thing I can say about this, though? Man, do I hate Mondays. Garf is right. Mondays do suck. Today's a Monday. Look what happened on this Monday. Not good things happened. Granted, those not good things were by my own decision, and me getting carried away and not paying attention, but it is a Monday nonetheless, therefore, I must suffer. I'm somewhat curious if we're going to get the house into convenient mart glitch. Something tells me at this point probably not. But wishful thinking. One. One. Two. And three. And now we're done with 2, 3. Alright, let's clear these out. Yeah. Soul Swan, we have a lot of chainsaws. Unless you were willing to say that 18 chainsaws are not enough chainsaws. You know what? I haven't learned my lesson. Okay, good. Several big flexing biceps. Alright, can we get a good location? Route up apartment, public park, apartment row. We're going to avoid them. I don't want to keep this episode going forever. Ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! This caveman's watching. Deep cut. Attempts to stitch it up. Boom. Easy. Car's about to break down. Oh my gosh. These forced lootings! I was very scared for a moment because no one was walking into the room. Alright. Whoa, okay, you took 3 damage total? Let's be a bit more careful. Let's not damage the car, please. Chassis is getting a tad bit low for my liking. Just one more location after this one, and I have a feeling it's going to be a siege. Just an inkling of a feeling. It's called All We've Had is Tunnel Gauntlet this week. Alright. Admittingly not in a great position, but it's fine enough. It's fine enough. I'm good. I think that character prioritizes other weapons over her own for some reason. Gas station rescue. We're doing a siege whether we like it or not. Through the fire. Into the gas station. Propane! Propane! I think I got the triggers for the zombies spawning as I threw the propane tanks out there both times, which was just amazing. Alright, let's get a little bit of something. Let's just be happy that we can sit here in a closet and not have to worry about anything. GG! Are you... Are you mad? You swapped out the Firelung Greatsword for a wooden baseball bat? Man, what is wrong with you? What the actual heck is wrong with you? What the... This has been another 10 days on the Death Herd to Canada. I'll see you all next time, where something worse is probably going to occur. Oh.